listening to Planet FM 87.6, and we'll be continuing our discussion on all sorts of various topics that I'm sure will interest a lot of my listeners currently tuning in from wherever you are, whatever you're doing. Thank you so much for your time. And now it's time to dive deep into a topic of discussion that will interest a one sport loving nation. Maybe not with the recent performances that we've had, but you know, we still care very much as Pakistanis about not just Pakistan cricket, but world cricket. And those two things are colliding these days, kind of. Well, at least the semi-final is, which is what I would like to talk about today. Because yesterday, I talked all about the first semi-final of the ICC Champions Trophy 2025 happening in Dubai between India and Australia, where India won convincingly. It was a very easy win for them because there was not enough runs on the board by Australia. They put themselves into bat after winning the toss, the Aussies, and they unfortunately didn't score enough runs on the board. And as a result, it was a easy-ish chase. It was not a cakewalk. It was not super easy, but it seems everything is very easy for the Indian cricket team these days. So we know one of our finalists, and now today, right now, as I speak with all of my listeners at this very moment, the second semi-final is happening at the Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore. It's hopefully, I haven't seen it. I'm expecting a packed house so that we can really enjoy world cricket, an ICC event semi-final being played at the Gaddafi Stadium, Lahore, between New Zealand and South Africa. I talked a lot about this yesterday, seeing which team will have the upper hand against each other, because both these teams are very, very good. The Kiwis have been doing really well in these conditions, and the Proteas, they've also been doing very well in ICC events recently. They've been getting very, very close with semi-finals and finals and not being able to take that final step towards lifting the trophy. I talked a lot about this yesterday, so I'm not going to repeat myself. I'm just going to talk about what's happening right now at this very moment when I'm speaking to my listeners. How many of you are watching the match and listening to me at the same time? At the moment, it's the 20th over, and New Zealand, after choosing to bat, are 112 for 1. So it's an interesting scenario that we find ourselves in. I'm not sure which team has the upper hand between these two. Maybe New Zealand? I'm not sure. Because both these teams are doing very well, and all of them have match winners. On one side, you've got some amazing batsmen who are both young and experienced. With New Zealand, you've got like Rachin Ravindra, Kane Williamson, and Glenn Phillips, who's an excellent fielder, Daryl Mitchell, who's really good against spin. And then in the Proteas side, you've got the likes of, I'm not sure if Teva Bavuma is captaining today. I'm not sure, but he's a sort of player he's always there for his team. You've got David Miller, the heavy hitter, Heinrich Klaassen, who hits sixes for fun. You've got Marco Jansen and Rabada. Their pace is excellent. I'm not sure if Shamsi's playing. Maharaj will definitely be playing, I think. Yes, he is playing. So they've got a lot of bases covered. So the question remains, which team has the upper hand? Because in the first semi-final, a lot of people were saying that both these teams are good, but India is clearly the better side. In this case, both these teams are good, but is there clearly a better side? That is the question. If you ask me, I feel as though it's not a case of which side is better, it's a case of which side has what it takes to win a semi-final and go and meet India in the finals. I would have confidently said New Zealand, but they've already lost to India in the group stages. And South Africa has not faced India yet. So it leads to the interesting sort of scenario where, and these two teams have faced each other in the Tri-Series, where New Zealand had the upper hand, which was held in Pakistan not too long ago. So all signs point to New Zealand having the upper hand against South Africa and then losing to India in the finals. No, I'm getting ahead of myself. But as of right now, it seems that New Zealand are off to a good start. And in Lahore, it's a high-scoring ground. So I'm expecting a 300-plus score. And South Africa, I don't really have the best track record when it comes to chasing big scores. So as of right now, if anybody wants my expert opinion, but in my opinion, I feel as though this semi-final is going to be won by the Kiwis. And we will see a Kiwis versus mighty Indians final happening in Dubai on the 9th of March. So for now, that's all the information I had about the semi-final currently happening. But there's still more to talk about, Pakistan cricket specifically. There always is. There's a lot of news to discuss. But after a short break. So keep listening to Planet FM 87.6.